Thank you for tuning in again. Trying to get better at this. Never taken photography or talked in front of a camera. I've never been on TV. So it's a little nervous for me. That, and also I'm talking a very touchy subject. What I'd like to talk about this time is cheating. When you are in a relationship with somebody and you decided to take it to the next level, get engaged, that's a huge step. Usually by now you're living with each other and you have experienced a lot. Usually you go through a lot. But when you decide to carry it out into a marriage, you went from a relationship to an engagement to a marriage. You went to the final step. I don't believe divorce is a final step. I believe divorce is a shortcut. Divorce is a crock of shit. I'll be the first one to say that. People who want a divorce and actually go through it are too weak to deal with their problems. That is not intended to hurt my wife. That is not intended to hurt anybody. I'm just stating how I feel about divorce. Yes, I've wanted a divorce from my wife on a couple occasions. But I felt like it was just cause, but I never printed out paperwork. I never talked to a lawyer. I never even moved out. I never did anything about it. Usually I would be mad for a couple days. That would be it. Hollow. It was always hollow. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about cheating. Cheating, in my opinion, is probably number one cause of divorce. What causes cheating? Usually somebody is bored or they miss an old life. Sometimes people party when they're younger, they settle down, but maybe settling down isn't for them. Maybe they do it for a couple years, but they go out with friends or something, have a couple drinks, and they get a taste of that party life. They get to dancing and drinking or doing whatever they used to do. And now they have fallen back into it. Not saying everybody does it, but some of the people that used to party and settle down, and when they do it again, they usually fall right back into it. And you know what? We're creatures of habit, and that's fine. But what is not fine is adultery. You made a vow to somebody. You told them you were going to love them for everything that they are, for richer or poorer, for sickness and in health. You swore to them. But some people, like I said, get bored. They're tired of doing the same old in the bed. Maybe you have explored and done other stuff, taboo stuff, or whatever you're into. You know what? I'm not one to judge. I am married. I've explored. And we've, for the most part, kept our sex life alive. But some people do get bored. It's not your fault. Especially if you're a guy. You're probably going to say, oh, I'm not big enough, or I don't last long enough, or I'm just repulsive to her, I've gained too much weight. It's not that. If you love somebody and you have made love with them, you love them no matter what. You would make love with them no matter what. And that's what I have to say, is if you have ever made love with somebody, they should never get bored. Because that is a feeling of pure ecstasy. But cheating is a hard thing to deal with. It's hard to look at your partner different, or at the same. It's hard to do anything. Anything triggers it. When you fight, No matter what, you want to bring that up. I brought it up for years. I lived through it. I'm not going to tell you there's a book that will help you with that. You could talk to your friends. If that helps you, that's fine. The only way you can really get over it is a way that you don't want to hear. It's called forgiveness. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, how could I forgive somebody who went out and did that to me? Maybe they did it once, maybe they did it multiple occasions. That's not my place. In my circumstance, it only happened once from what I know of. But the way to get over it is forgiveness. Time and forgiveness. It took me quite a few years to get over it. But I'm over it. I don't look at her any different anymore. I would never bring that up in a fight. But everybody's different. Maybe you did it. And in that circumstance, I don't have much to say. All I can say is if you want forgiveness, you have to tell the truth. How many times, where, and who. Those are the three things. You have to be 100% honest. You cannot stretch the truth the slightest bit. You can't. If you ever want forgiveness for that, you have to tell the truth. You could tell them in the living room. You could take them out to dinner. You could tell them wherever you want. Make sure you tell the truth. Make sure you look into their eyes. They are going to be mad. Who wouldn't be? Put them in their shoes. Put them in your shoes. Would you be mad? I was. If I did it to her, I know she would. Cheating is a very sticky situation. Maybe, you go to the grocery store every day and you pick out groceries for the house and you got the kids with you and maybe there's another person there that you see there quite often and you start talking to them. That's fine. A platonic relationship with other people is fine. A friendship, a casual friendship with other people is fine. No matter the sex, male, female, it doesn't matter. But when you start feeling something every time you talk to these people, you might want to distance yourself. You might want to step away. Because I can tell you, it is an ugly path you are about to travel. I'm sorry if you are watching this and you have been cheated on. My heart goes out to you. I feel your pain, male or female. Doesn't matter. Infidelity is one of the most savage feelings to have that done to you. Because usually you trusted that person with your life. And now you don't even know how to feel about them. But if you are the cheater and you are getting a divorce because you cheated, I'm going to say I'm sorry, but not for the reason you think. I'm going to say I'm sorry that you did that to you. I'm sorry that you were bored or you confided in somebody else or for whatever reason you did it. If you did it because your wife or your husband is not putting out, that is the biggest crock of shit in the world. That is. Because you know what? Maybe they're not putting out for a reason. If you stopped and think about that, maybe you have, maybe you didn't. But if you have thought about it, have you tried to do anything about it? Maybe she wants flowers. Maybe she wants, you to come home from work and come up behind her while she's doing the dishes and grab her by the hips. And you know what? Spin her around and tell her you love her. Do something. Grab her, hold her, look into her eyes, tell her she's beautiful. If it's the other way around, I don't really know. I'm a guy myself, and you know what? All I asked for my wife was just to be home when I'm home. That's it. Talk to me. Just be nice. That was it. I never asked for lavish things. I don't want flowers. I don't want chocolate. I don't want her to come up behind me and tell me I'm beautiful in my ear. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, if you want to come up behind me and say something dirty or sexual, yeah, I would greet that with open arms. But as being a male, it's usually not hard to get as hard. But that's what I have to say about cheating. Cheating, especially if you cheated because you feel like your relationship is dead, you are the biggest coward. I'm sorry if I offended you. But you know what? The truth hurts. And if you cheated because you wanted out or you felt it was dead, ask yourself this. Did you try to bring it alive? Did you really try? Because you know what? I could say I didn't. For a long time, I didn't. I'm not the person I am right now. I was not this person just a couple weeks ago. I changed a little bit too late, though. That's my problem. So if this has helped you any, I'm glad. If this has made you mad at all, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. Because you know what? If you are mad, you're mad for the wrong reason. But I will end on this note. Cheating, besides death, is one of the most painful experiences a partner could put you through. And if you are going through it, my heart really does go out to you. So, like and subscribe. Follow me if you want. Follow me if you don't. See you guys later.